press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello students, welcome back to the video classes. Today let us move on to the part 5 of some basic principles and techniques in which general organic chemistry. In the previous class we discussed about the tautomerism, isomerism, in which tautomerism and the phenomenon of tautomerism and the essential conditions for tautomerism, and I have given few examples by taking carbonyl compounds. Whenever the migration of the hydrogen takes place in aldehydes or ketones or any carbonyl compounds, where it gives two isomers and they are called keto form and enol form. Since carbonyl compounds gives two types of tautomers called keto form and enol form, so the tautomerism is also called keto-enol isomerism. Keto-enol isomerism. So what is this called? Keto-enol isomerism. Tautomerism is also called keto-enol isomerism when we take an example of carbonyl compound as an example. So where the two isomers, one is in keto form, another one is in enol form. Therefore, tautomerism is called keto-enol isomerism. Now, let us move on to the examples for other types of tautomerism. Other types of tautomerism means not only the migration of the hydrogen, alpha hydrogen takes place in a carbonyl compounds, but it also takes place in other class of organic compounds also, where it satisfies the essential conditions for tautomerism. So, like here I have taken CH3NO2. So, what is this compound called? Nitromethane. Nitromethane. And it is nitro group and it is nitroform. Nitroform. Take down these examples. Here also it satisfies the condition because electronegative atom is there, multiple bond between it forms a multiple bond with another atom, that condition satisfied, and this is the functional group. Next to this we have alpha hydrogen. The migration of the alpha hydrogen takes place from here to here because here is a multiple bond 1, 2, 3. Again it is a 3 shift, 1, 3 shift, and this CH2, I can write this one here. One of the hydrogen atoms I will write here hydrogen, and this breaks and here it shifts and here it shifts, this pi bond, this oxygen gets the negative charge and it readily abstracts the proton, and this is nitroform. What is this form called? Nitroform. And after that we will get CH2 double bond N, this becomes OH, and this is like this. So 1, 3 shift, hydrogen shifts from here to here, but double bonded, multiple bonded, highly electronegative atomiಗೆ hydrogen shift ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರೀಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಆಲ್ಫಾ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? ಹೈಲಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಆಟಮ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಬಾಂಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಎ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್. ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ ಬಾಂಡಲ್ಲಿರೋ 3 ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಆಟಮಿಗೆ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. And here ಈ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಹತ್ರ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. And what is this form? ಅಸಿಫಾರ್ಮ್. ಇದನ್ನು ಅಸಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಆರ್ ನೈಟ್ರೋನಿಕ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್. Nitronic form anta kariteve. So this form is called nitronic form anta kariteve. Enol form anta navu ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? nitronic or aciform. So nitroform and aciform are the two isomers of this nitromethane. Now consider the amide. Amide group is there, C double bond ONH2. You know what is this compound? Urea. This is urea, correct? And what is this form? Amido. Amido. And when it undergoes migration, see here condition is there, carbon to oxygen double bond. This is more electronegative. This is alpha atom and which is bonded to saturated. Again nitrogen is saturated here. So therefore these two are alpha hydrogen. 4 alpha hydrogen atoms are there, out of which 1 alpha hydrogen is shifted to the multiple bonded highly electronegative atom. Multiple bonded highly electronegative atom is oxygen. One of the hydrogen atom shifts here and you will get NHCOH NH2. And it is called imido form. Amido, imido. NH ಅಂದ್ರೆ imido. NH2 amino ಅಂತ ಹೇಗೆ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಹಾಗೆ ಇದು amido NH2 ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ and NH ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ imido. NH double bond ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ imido secondary and this is primary. Okay, amido and imido form. So the example for that is urea. Now you can consider here is carbon to sulfur double bond and this is thiourea. The compound is thiourea. So thioamido. Thio stands for sulfur. Thioamido. Again you can write the isomer NH double bond SH. So multiple bonded highly electronegative atom is sulfur. Therefore alpha hydrogen shifts to sulfur and you will get NH2. Then what is the name? Thioimido. Thioimido. So thioamido form to thioimido form, or you can also call it as imethol. Imethiol. So imethiol form. So imethiol. So this is thioamido and this is imethiol form or thioimido form or imethiol form. So conversion of amido to imido. Imido or imidol you can also say. So imidol. Imidol. OH is there. Imidol form. So imido, when NH double bond only if it is there, then imido form. Since OH group is also there, imidol. Imidol form and this is imethiol form. Thiol. Thiol means, what is thiol? Yes, thioalcohol. So it is imethiol. Imethiol. Okay. So imethiol form. Thioamido to imethiol form. Now, so we can observe this tautomerism not only in carbonyl compounds, we can expect this tautomerism in nitro compounds, amides and also thioamides or thiourea. I have given example. Thioamides also. The change in the form, nitro form and this is aciform and amido and this is imidol form and thioamido imethiol form. Not only here, we can also observe this isomerism in nitroso group also. So this is a nitroso group, that is nitrosoethane. Nitrosoethane and this is nitrosoform. Okay, this functional group is called nitroso-functional group. Therefore it is called nitrosoform. And when the shift of alpha hydrogen takes place, is it satisfies the condition? Yes, there is a multiple bonded highly electronegative atom is there, that is oxygen, and alpha hydrogen is this, correct, and this shifts to this. So then what you get? CH3 CH double bond NOH. So double bond NOH ittu andre oxymes. Last class alli nanu ಒಂದು example ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೆ. They are nothing but oxymes and therefore it is called oxymine form. Oxymine and this is ethanol oxime. This is ethanol oxime. two carbon atoms, ethanol oxime is the name. So conversion of nitrosoethane to ethanol oxime, and here we'll get a double bond. Oxygen is converted to double bonded oxygen gets converted to OH, and this form is called oximine form. Oximine form. So nitroso and oximine form when N double bond O group is present, nitroso group is present, and these are the tautomers of nitrosoethane. So these two forms. Next one, what is this? Imine, correct? Propane, one imine, because it is on the first carbon, imine. Now, is it satisfies the condition? So, definitely it satisfies the condition. There is a double bond between carbon and nitrogen. Which is more electronegative? Nitrogen is more electronegative. And which is alpha hydrogen here? This becomes alpha hydrogen because this itself is a functional group. Therefore, this becomes alpha hydrogen. And this alpha hydrogen shifts from here to here. So, this is first atom, second atom and the third atom. The hydrogen shifts to nitrogen because nitrogen is more electronegative. Now, what you get? You'll get CH3, CH double bond, CH NH2. So, what is this called? Enamine. Enamine form. Why it is enamine? En stands for double bond, amine, NH2 group. And what is the IUPAC name here? Prop 1 ene, 1 amine, propenamine. So you can write it as propenamine. So imine gets converted to amine. So imine gets converted to enamine. Enamine means there is a double bond between two carbon atoms, and along with double bonded NH, secondary amine group gets converted to primary amino group. So that is about the other types of tautomerism where the functional groups are different. So tautomerism is not only given by the carbonyl compounds or aldehydes or the ketones, it is also given by what? Nitro compounds, amides, thioamides, and nitroso compounds, and also the amines. Amines are the amines. So this is about the other examples for tautomerism. Let me give some other examples. Take down few more examples which containing a ring structure. Note down these examples. So note down few more examples for 5 examples completed. 6th one you take. So here is an example. N double bond O, and here is OH, and this is the compound. Seventh one, it is one more example I can give. You can take the example like this. Yes, phenol. You can take the example of phenol here, and this is nitrosophenol. P nitrosophenol, and this is phenol. Now let me give how the migration of the hydrogen takes place here. Here we have the compound. This the condition, correct? and it satisfies the condition. But what about alpha hydrogen? So this hydrogen is here, this is also acidic, and this shifts here. Actually this is a special type of tautomerism in a para-nitrophenol. See here, this eliminates and this bond shifts here. Simultaneously this shifts here and this bond shifts here and this bond shifts here. You know that it is nothing but a resonance, correct? You have given resonance structures in chemical bonding. See here, after the cleavage of this bond, this is also alpha hydrogen acidic, and therefore this shifts here and this bond shifts here and this bond shifts here and this migrates on the oxygen. Now oxygen gets the negative charge here and this subtract the proton. Now you can write it as, so this is what you get, double bonded oxygen, and here you will get double bond, and here is one double bond, and here double bond NOH. So this is the form, keto form you will get, and this is enol form. So this is a reverse of the tautomerism, keto to enol form, but here we have given enol form to keto form, enol double bond OH. So enol form to keto form, both takes place. As I said, these two isomers are in dynamic equilibrium, therefore, so definitely this becomes acidic because it is shifted from the what, migrated from the alpha atom, and therefore this definitely the alpha hydrogen when it is bonded to more electronegative atom. When it is bonded to more electronegative atom means this is acidic and this is alpha hydrogen. Just I converted enol form to keto form. So conversion of keto to enol form, and this is conversion of enol to keto form. In a compound, look at the highly electronegative atom. If it containing hydrogen, that shifts on the another highly electronegative atom which is bonded by a multiple bond, that you have to remember. So this is enol form is gets converted to keto form, the reverse I have given. And here what is the form? This is also enol form, we need to convert it into keto form. See here, this is hydrogen and elimination of proton, this bond shifts here and this bond shifts on the carbon. Then what you get? So this carbon gets the negative charge, and negatively charged carbon immediately abstract the proton, and you can write it as, sorry, you can write like this, this pi bond shifts here, correct, and this shifts on this, then you will get the double bonded carbon, and what you get? Here you will get the compound, here the bond comes, and this satisfies the condition. So this shifts here and this shifts on this, and this gets the negative charge, but because further displacement of the bond does not takes place, elimination of the H plus takes place, and this carbon gets the negative charge, and this negatively charged carbon abstract the proton, and this becomes CH2. This becomes CH2, and here we have 2 alpha hydrogen. So definitely it is alpha hydrogen because it is bonded to double bonded carbon. So this is alpha hydrogen. This is keto form and it is enol form. But as we know that this is more stable here, phenol. So instead of existing in this way, it exists in this way. It is more stable. Phenol exists, but this compound does not exist. This is the keto form of this phenol. Phenol is a enol form because double bond OH is there. So phenol is a enol form, but here phenol form is more stable than this. It's a keto form, that you have to remember. And what is the name of this compound? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is cyclohex 2, 5 diene 1 ohm. So diene 1 ohm. Cyclohex 2, 5 dienone. So dienone is an example of the keto form of phenol. So this is about the keto form, conversion of keto form to enol form, and in these two examples I have given the conversion of enol form to keto form. You can take one more example here. See the example. Methyl group, and here is a double bond, and here is oxygen. Now it is in keto form. Keto form is there. We need to convert it into enol form. But where is alpha hydrogen? These two are alpha carbon atoms, no doubt. But they are bonded to double bonded carbon. What about this? This is also alpha carbon because it is adjacent to carbon double bond. So any functional group, you can take multiple bond or any functional group. Adjacent to that is nothing but alpha carbon, and only one group is there, methyl, and another hydrogen atom is also there to satisfy the tetravalency here. So two groups are there, one is hydrogen and another one is methyl. Now this undergoes cleavage here, correct, and this bond shifts here, and this shifts here, and this shifts here, and this oxygen gets the negative charge and it abstracts the proton. Then what you get? So you will get, here is one bond, ಈ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, and here is one bond and this becomes single bond and it becomes OH, and methyl group comes as it is nothing but para-cresol. It's nothing but para-cresol. So this is keto form, and this is what? This is called enol form. Okay, but what about the shift here? See here, it shifts from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is called 1,5 shift. What is this called? 1,5 shift, because alpha hydrogen shifts from first atom to fifth atom. ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth atom ಗೆ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, and this involves the 1,5 shift. What about this? So this also involves ಇಲ್ಲಿ 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1,5 shift. Here also 1,5 shifts takes place, and here also 1,5 shift. 1,5 shift ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here 1,7 shift, and here 1,5 shift, and here also 1,5 shift. So this is about the other examples for the other class of organic compounds, where we can also get the tautomerism, and in ring structure also we will get the tautomerism, and this is very, very important. Okay, now let us move on to, I said the conditions. So there are examples where we can get the percentage of enol form is more, as I said, and let me give the examples for those. Stability of enol form. Let me move on to how we can increase the percentage of enol form, or under what conditions the percentage of enol form increases and the enol form becomes stable. So stability of enol form. So which means to say the percentage of enol form is not always less than 1%, and it is not always a negligible percentage. In some cases there is an increase in the percentage of enol form, and that may be due to first one, intramolecular hydrogen bonding. intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Second one, due to aromatic character, which means to say presence of Bunsen ring, which gives a resonance stabilization. Third one, due to the extended conjugation, and fourth one is due to steric hindrance. Steric hindrance means the presence of bulky group may cause repulsion. Because of that repulsion, there may be a chances of increase in the percentage of enol form comparatively. So that all depends on what type of groups are gets attached to the carbonyl compounds or the functional group. Iga monocarbonyl compounds anta consider ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ percentage I have already given. Now let me consider the dicarbonyl compounds by taking an example of dicarbonyl compounds, how these factors affects the stability of the enol form and how these factors increases the percentage of enol form. So for that, let me give the example of acetyl acetone. So take down the first example, CH3 C double bond O, CH2 C double bond O, CH3. So here two ketone groups are there. This is a dicarbonyl compound containing two carbonyl group. This is aceto or acetyl acetone. Acetone ಗೆ ಒಂದು acetyl group substitute ಆಗಿದೆ. This group is called acetyl group and this is acetone. CH3 C double bond O CH3 ಇದ್ರೆ acetone ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ one of the hydrogen atom is replaced by acetyl group, therefore acetyl acetone. Two ketone groups are there, therefore it is called dicarbonyl compound, acetyl acetone. So here when the shift of the alpha hydrogen takes place, isomerism exhibit ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ condition satisfy ಇದೆ. ಇದು alpha hydrogen, ಇದು alpha hydrogen, ಇದು alpha hydrogen. Anyone can shift here, but definitely the hydrogen from this carbon shifts because when the cleavage of the bond takes place, I'll write the cleavage of the bond here. See, hydrogen. So this bond shifts on the carbon. Then I will write the intermediate first here. What you get? CH3 C double bond O, CH2 minus C double bond O, CH3. What you get? Anion. Anion means carbon containing negative charge. If it is stable, definitely the product becomes stable and whereby the percentage of enol form increases. ಈ anion stable ಆಯಿತು ಅಂದರೆ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಯಾವುದು? enol form. enol form stability ಕೂಡ increase ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, percentage of enol form ಕೂಡ increase ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. But what do you mean how the stabilization of this negatively charged ion takes place? For example, any atom if it possesses a negative charge or a positive charge, so ನೀವು in general cation and anions ಅಂತ ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ, they are unstable. When they become stable, when they loses the charge. Okay, when the negative charge becomes stable, when the diminishing of the negative charge takes place. Diminishing, negative charge decrease ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಯಿತು ಅಂದರೆ ಇದು stable ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. When the cation stabilizes, when the diminishing of the positive charge takes place. Clear? So negative charge diminish ಆಯಿತು ಅಂದರೆ this becomes stable and diminishing of the positive charge indicates the stability of this cation. When the diminishing of the negative charge takes place, negative charge ಯಾವಾಗ diminish ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? If we remove electron withdrawing group ಇದ್ದು, if it remove electron from this atom, then the negative charge decreases. Negative charge ಏನು indicate ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ? The ion is electron rich, correct? And this is electron deficient, correct? So this is electron deficient, this is electron rich, correct? So this negative charge indicates electron rich species. It becomes stable when the diminishing of the negative charge takes place. That can be done by removing the electrons. We need to withdraw the electron. Means any electron withdrawing group is bonded to this, definitely the stability increases. Why it increases? Because the diminishing of the negative charge is more. ಯಾವಾಗ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಡಿಮಿನಿಷ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಇದು ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಯಾವಾಗ ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? ಒಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ವಿತ್ಡ್ರಾಯಿಂಗ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ, then it withdraws the electron, thereby negative charge decreases and it becomes stable. ಹಾಗೇನೆ ಕ್ಯಾಟಯಾನ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? when we give an electron ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಡಿಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್, ಇಟ್ ಡಿಮ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್. ಸೊ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ರಿಲೀಸಿಂಗ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದರೆ, ಎನಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ರಿಲೀಸಿಂಗ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್, ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಬಾಂಡೆಡ್ ಟು ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಟಯಾನ್, then it gives an electron where diminishing of the positive charge takes place and it becomes stable. So that is called stability of anion and the cation. What do you mean by stability of anion? Diminishing the negative charge, because it is electron rich. ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ನ ವಿತ್ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಡಿಮಿನಿಷ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನೌ ಹಿಯರ್ ದ anion ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ವಿತ್ಡ್ರಾಯಿಂಗ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್, ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ದೀಸ್ ಟು ಆರ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ವಿತ್ಡ್ರಾಯಿಂಗ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್. ಎರಡಿದೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ವಿತ್ಡ್ರಾಯಿಂಗ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ದ ಮೈಗ್ರೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿಸ್ ಆಲ್ಫಾ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಆಲ್ಫಾ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಮೈಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಿದ್ರೆ, you'll get only one electron withdrawing group to stabilize the anion. Or else, if this alpha hydrogen migrates, you'll get only one electron withdrawing group to stabilize the anion. But because of the migration of this alpha hydrogen, CH aguttidu, sorry. Because of the migration of this alpha hydrogen, this anion is more stable because of two electron withdrawing. ಒಂದು ಬಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ತಗೊಳುತ್ತೆ, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ದ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್, thereby diminishing of the negative charge is more, stability of the anion is also increases. Now what you get? This shifts on one side and you will get this shifts here and this shifts on this, and you will get a negative charge. It abstracts the proton and this becomes OH, double bond CH, this retains as it is, and you will get a enol form, and you will get a enol form. So what is this form? It is a keto form. Now what is the percentage of this keto form? This is around 24% and this is around 76%. See, 1%, less than 1% of enol form is increased to 76%. What is the reason? The reason is very simple. Let me write this. CH2, sorry, COH double bond, C double bond O, CH3. So this is the compound what we have in a enol form. So this is enol form, correct? So one group is enol group and still we left with one more keto group, and see here I will split and write this OH bond. I can write the OH bond like this. Here the hydrogen atom is bonded to highly electronegative oxygen, and here we have more electronegative oxygen and it forms the bond. What type of bond here? Definitely it is intramolecular hydrogen bond. Correct? What is this called? Intramolecular hydrogen bond. Whenever there is a chances of intramolecular hydrogen bond in enol form which stabilizes the molecule. ಯಾಕೆ less than 1% ಇಂದ 76% ಗೆ enol form increase ಆಯಿತು ಅಂದರೆ this is because of intramolecular hydrogen bond in the enol form. ಒಂದು additional bond formation ಆದಾಗ energy of the molecule further decreases. So yakandre hydrogen bond formation adaga it liberates energy. Correct? It liberates energy. When it liberates energy, bond formation is exothermic. Therefore when it liberates energy, the energy content of the enol molecule decreases. Lesser the energy of the compound, more is the stability. Is that clear? So because of intramolecular hydrogen bonding in enol form, it stabilizes the enol form and it increases the percentage to 76%. That is only because of intramolecular hydrogen bonding. The hydrogen bond takes place within the molecule. Further it stabilizes because here it forms a ring structure due to this intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Intramolecular hydrogen bonding formation ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ring structure formation ಆಗುತ್ತೆ and it is called chelation. What is this called? Chelation. Chelation is due to intramolecular hydrogen bonding. When the ring structure formation ಆಯಿತು ಅಂದರೆ further energy of the enol form decreases and the stability increases. This is one of the reasons where we have the increase in the percentage of enol form due to intramolecular hydrogen bonding. So similarly, if we consider one more example here, let me give one more example of the same type. I will write the hydrogen bonding here itself. Hydrogen bonding, intramolecular hydrogen bonding I will show in the equation itself. Now let me give one more example. CH3 C double bond O, CH2 C double bond O, OCH3. So I have taken one ester and one ketone group and this is called acetyl acetoester. Acetoacetic ester. What is this called? Acetoacetic ester. Acetic ester. Ester group is there and this is ester, acetoacetic ester. So this is methyl acetate ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. CH3 COOCH3 ಇದ್ದಿದ್ರೆ methyl acetate. This is acetoacetic ester. So one more acetyl group is attached to the methyl acetate. One is the ketone group, another one is the ester group here. Now here also we will get intermediate like this, CH3 C double bond O, CH with a negative charge, C double bond O, OCH3. So look at here the stability of this anion compared to this, the stability of this anion is less. Why it is less? No doubt it is electron withdrawing. This is also electron withdrawing, but this is electron releasing because oxygen containing lone pair of electron, it may give this pair of electron to this and this also may give electron to this. Thereby it destabilizes the anion and you can also call it as extended conjugation. The third point I have given, see here, negative charge, single bond, double bond, single bond and a lone pair of electron. So here in a molecule the conjugation is extended more than the third position. ಈಗ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ third position ಗೆ shift ಮಾಡಬೇಕು 1 2 3, but conjugation is extended up to oxygen. So this is called extended conjugation. ಈಗ ಕಾಂಜುಗೇಷನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಕಾಂಜುಗೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಇದು. ಸೊ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಗಿವ್ ದ example for the same here. You can call that as so here the acetoacetic ester, this is an anion, and here here is a negative charge and here is a lone pair of electron. As I said, why this anion is less stable compared to this? The reason for that is one electron withdrawing group is there and here electron withdrawing group is there, but still this is attached to electron releasing group. So when electron releasing group is there here means it diminishes the electron withdrawing tendency of the ketone group, correct? So because of that reason this is called extended conjugation. ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಕಾಂಜುಗೇಷನ್ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ರೆ ಈಸಿ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಂಜುಗೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂಡ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಕಾಂಜುಗೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್, ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್, ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್, ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಎ ಪೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್. ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಡೆಡ್ ಕಾಂಜುಗೇಷನ್ ಇಟ್ ಗಿವ್ಸ್ ಎ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಕಾಂಜುಗೇಷನ್. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ವಿತ್ಡ್ರಾಯಿಂಗ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ರಿಲೀಸಿಂಗ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೆಬಿಲಿಟಿ, ಇಟ್ ಡಿಮಿನಿಷಸ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೆಬಿಲಿಟಿ. ಸೊ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಕಾಂಜುಗೇಷನ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಕಾಂಜುಗೇಷನ್, due to extended conjugation it becomes cross conjugation, destabilizes the anion, destabilizes the anion, then it gives a enol form in a same way, CH3 COH. I'll write like this: double bond CH, C double bond O, O CH3, and here also it forms intramolecular hydrogen bonding. In both the cases there is an intramolecular hydrogen bonding, but still the percentage of enol form is only 7%. That is the reason here. So it is only 7% here. So it is also stabilized by, and this is around 93%. And this is 7%. Here also there is a intramolecular hydrogen bonding. This also stabilized by intramolecular hydrogen bonding, but still percentage of enol form is less in acetoacetic ester, but it is much higher than the keto form in acetyl acetone. Acetyl acetone alli keto form ginta enol form in a percentage ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. That is because the anion is more stable due to 2 electron withdrawing group. But acetoacetic ester alli the enol form increases from 1% to 7%, but still it is much less compared to that in acetyl acetone. Acetyl acetone ಗೆ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ percentage of enol form ಏನಾಗಿದೆ, decrease ಆಗಿದೆ, and it is not much higher than the keto form, but there is a increase in the enol form from 1% to 7%. The reason, the difference in the reason, ಎರಡೂ ಕಡೆನೂ intramolecular hydrogen bonding ಇದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ enol form acetoacetic ester ಅಲ್ಲಿ decrease ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Reason ಏನು? The reason is keto form is more electron withdrawing compared to that of ester form. Ester functional group ginta ketone functional group is more electron withdrawing. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ketone ಒಂದು ester group ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅಲ್ಲಿ cross conjugation ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಎಸ್ಟರಿನ electron withdrawing capacity decrease ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. The electron withdrawing capacity of ester functional group is less compared to that of ketone functional group, and that is why the percentage of enol form is less in case of acetoacetic ester. So, two reasons I have given. Due to intramolecular hydrogen bonding, the percentage of enol form increases because of increase in the stability of the anion formed as an intermediate there. So, therefore, enol form stabilizes and the percentage increases. Due to release of energy from the enol form, the percentage of enol form increases. But in case of acetoacetic ester, compared to the enol form of acetylacetone, the percentage of enol form is less in spite of intramolecular hydrogen bonding. The reason is as ester functional group is less electron withdrawing compared to that of ketone functional group. That you have to remember. So, remaining two conditions I will give in the next class. Thank you.